Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Stars are famous and many of them are selfish, and this affects the results on the court. The Lakers depend on LeBron James and Luka Doncic if they want to go far this season. Luka Doncic and LeBron James claim to be united and have chemistry, but during the last few games the Lakers have seen that Luka Doncic has been holding the ball too much, and this has hindered LeBron James's game and the team's offensive production has dropped. This problem will need to be resolved quickly if the Lakers are to be successful in the playoffs. Luka Doncic wants to be the biggest star and has been vain, which is causing conflict with LeBron James and hurting the Lakers. Fans are asking for the stars to be united and for coach JJ Redick to intervene so that the team can start winning games again and make a good run in the playoffs. Luka Doncic has a tendency to hold on to the ball a lot, and this decision to force LeBron James off ball could be a dangerous one. Luka Doncic has completely transformed the Los Angeles Lakers since his arrival. The five-time All-Star has adapted to life with the Lakers quite well. Rob Pelinka must be applauded for turning the Lakers into contenders within just 2 years. And landing Doncic was very much the piece de resistance for the squad. However, over the last 2 games, we have seen some signs of concern from the Lakers. Even Luka Doncic admitted that the Lakers must go back to their winning ways from a few weeks ago. Paul Pierce believes Luka Doncic's spark on the Lakers might be starting to fade. But another NBA analyst had some scathing remarks for Doncic. Chris Broussard addressed the Los Angeles Lakers' loss to the Orlando Magic. He noted that Luka Doncic is a ball hog, despite being a very talented player. While Luka could have gotten away with holding the ball too much with other teammates, he shouldn't be doing so with LeBron James. Luka Doncic is a ball hog. A great ball hog. A Hall of Fame ball hog, a future Hall of Famer. An all-time elite ball hog. He is a ball hog. This was ridiculous. You got all these guys standing, watching you. He took 9 shots in the first quarter. It's one thing to be a ball hog when you have Tim Hardaway as a teammate. Heck, even Jalen Brunson and Kyrie Irving. But when you are going 5 out and everybody is standing there, watching you operate, and LeBron James is a teammate? That ain't good. This is related to the defense. When you are just watching one guy operate, that takes away from your morale. Especially when that guy can't defend. LeBron James must rein Luka in. Speaking further in the segment, Broussard tried to present the positives and negatives of the situation. He pointed out a positive that few have considered: Luka Doncic and LeBron James have played well together before. However, Luka had to adapt during LeBron's absence and hasn't gone back to his previous ways. The Fox Sports analyst believes James is the only player who can say something to Luka to get him to change his ways. None of the other players can say anything to Luka. He got used to doing this with LeBron out. He's got to come back and regroup now that LeBron is back. If he doesn't, LeBron is the only one who can talk to him. I don't even think Redick could say something. I don't know if it will come to that. In the same segment, Broussard also claimed the Magic set the blueprint to guard Doncic going forward. Whether this is true or not remains to be seen, but Luka must correct his errors in the weeks to come. Los Angeles Lakers status report against the Indiana Pacers, latest on LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, Maxi Kleber, and Bronny James. LeBron James and Rui Hachimura will likely be available for the Los Angeles Lakers showdown. The Los Angeles Lakers are looking to hold their ground in the West, and that means doing everything they can to crack their 3-game losing streak. Fortunately, the Lakers' injury report has been revealed for tomorrow's game against the Indiana Pacers, and it's good news for the purple and gold. In the Lakers' latest availability update, Baya Jovanbuha, Rui Hachimura, and LeBron James are listed as probable, while Maxi Kleber is out with a right foot injury. Bronny James will also not be available as he's currently with the South Bay Lakers. After a 12-point loss to the Orlando Magic on Monday, the Lakers are desperate to get back on the right track and avoid slipping any further down the standings. Guys have been in and out of the lineup for weeks, but they are hoping to have everyone available against the Pacers tomorrow. Rui Hachimura made his long-awaited return against the Magic, but it seems he's still in the recovery process and is not yet 100%. Left patellar tendinopathy can take anywhere from 2 to 9 months to heal, and Rui may need to stay on a restricted schedule until he's back to full strength. At 40 years old, any injury to LeBron is going to be taken with an abundance of caution, but they believe LeBron James will be healthy enough to play. After suffering a left groin strain earlier this month, James was out of the lineup for weeks, but he finally made his return on Monday in the loss. While LeBron dropped 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists in the game, fans noticed that he wasn't quite right, and if he's feeling off tomorrow morning, the Lakers could still decide to sit him at the last minute. He's averaging 24.9 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game on 51.6% shooting. Regarding the situation with Maxi Kleber, nobody knows when we'll see him again. His return would be huge for the Lakers, considering their thin front court, but he's not ready for action yet as he recovers from the foot surgery he had back in January. Finally, there's Bronny James. The young king is perfectly healthy by all accounts, but he's currently traveling with the South Bay Lakers. James has been in and out of the G League all season for increased reps, and he just had his best game of the season with a stat line of 39 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals on 14 of 21 shooting from the field. The Lakers should be at full strength for the upcoming back-to-back against the Pacers on Wednesday and the Bulls on Friday. At 43-28 this season, they've been good when healthy, and they are hoping to avoid any injuries that will disrupt their momentum. With 11 games left to play, the NBA playoffs are right around the corner, and now is the time for the Lakers to get it right. With LeBron James and Luka Doncic leading the way, Los Angeles should be poised for a strong finish this year, and they will not take it lightly. Luka Doncic is proving he can defend on the Lakers. Stats show he is underrated in this category. Luka Doncic's defensive stats over the month of March show the concerns around him being a defensive liability were overblown. The Los Angeles Lakers came flying into the month of March after going 9-2 over February and proving to the NBA that they were one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. They were achieving this defensive success while integrating Luka Doncic into the roster, something which has continued as Doncic has settled into the roster. Fingers were being pointed at Doncic again after a recent Lakers slump has seen their defense look porous once again. While fans were quick to blame Doncic's prevalence in rotations as the key factor, the statistics show that Doncic is leading the Lakers in defensive rating for March, as one fan pointed out. Doncic's individual defensive rating of 112.9 comes over 12 appearances this month, also leading the Lakers in steals, 1.8 per game, over this stretch. The next closest to him is Jared Vanderbilt, 113.8. The worst defender to have played in 10 more games is Gabe Vincent, 121.8, while Rui Hachimura, 136.2, holds the throne for overall worst through 4 appearances, including the Lakers' last 3 losses. The whole table of their players' defensive rating this month is very interesting. Lakers March individual defensive rating. 1. Luka Doncic 112.9. 2. Jared Vanderbilt 113.8. 3. Jackson Hayes 114.2. 4. Christian Koloko 116.3. 5. Jordan Goodwin 117.9. 6. LeBron James 118.9. 7. Trey Jemison 119.4. 8. Dorian Finney-Smith 119.6. 9. Austin Reeves 120.3. 10. Dalton Connect 121.5. 11. Gabe Vincent 121.8. 12. Shake Milton 123.8. 13. Cam Reddish 124.2. 14. Alex Len 127.5. 15. Bronny James 129.5. 16. Markieff Morris 132.2. 17. Rui Hachimura 136.2. There's no disputing that Doncic has a weakness as a perimeter defensive option, especially against other guards. However, the Lakers have put him in protected defensive situations, with the guard picking his spots effectively to be arguably the team's best defender this month. Underscore 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 underscore. Luka Doncic's defense is not perfect, but it's better than advertised. His defense has been rightfully questioned at points in the past, but many Dallas Mavericks fans know that Doncic has always shown flashes of elite defensive ability. Unfortunately, his offensive burden is so great that it's hard for him to be able to maximize his efforts on both ends of the court. He had a sub-110 defensive rating during his time with the Mavericks this season, but his overall numbers have settled at 111.1 defensive rating for the season. He even felt like he was having the best defensive season of his career before his December calf injury, during which he was traded to the Lakers. His March defense has still been worse than his season average, but he's been far more usable on that front than his teammates over this situation. Doncic has the frame to be a really strong post defender, especially against opposing power forwards. He can't be moved from his spot easily and is big enough to compete against most fours in the NBA right now. As a result, he has been put in similar situations in LA and rarely tasked with being the POA option on the opposing team's best player. Luka is averaging 27.2 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 7.8 assists in 18 games since joining the Lakers. After the Mavericks made comments about Doncic's poor defense and immature habits, it's clear they motivated the Slovenian star into taking his body as seriously as possible. Even if it doesn't result in a championship in the next season or two, Doncic will have lifelong motivation to dominate in the NBA because of how the Mavs traded him. Luka Doncic called Hall of Fame ball hog by analyst Chris Broussard has choice words for Luka Doncic after the Lakers' second consecutive loss. After consecutive Los Angeles Lakers losses, FS1's Chris Broussard delivered a withering critique of Luka Doncic. During his first month in Los Angeles, Doncic has been given an extended grace period to get on track, but the scrutiny, expectations, and even the demerits are magnified in the LA media bubble. Luka Doncic is a ball hog. A great ball hog. A Hall of Fame ball hog, future Hall of Famer. An all-time elite ball hog. He is a ball hog. Broussard proclaimed on First Things First. Broussard's remarks also signaled that his media honeymoon may be nearing its conclusion. This was ridiculous. You got all these guys just standing there watching you, Broussard exclaimed, motioning at a screen grab of Doncic dribbling on the perimeter. He took 9 shots in the first quarter. Okay. And actually, he took 4 or 5 free throws, so he probably took 11 shots in the first quarter. Broussard's criticism of Doncic is an about-face from his initial take on Doncic's assimilation into the Lakers lineup. 3 weeks ago, Broussard picked these Lakers to win the West. However, since ascending to the number 2 seed following a 10-2 February, Los Angeles has come crashing back down to earth. In March, Los Angeles has gone 6-7. Early in his Lakers tenure, Doncic was more deferential than usual. During his first month with LA, Doncic averaged a meager 22.9 points, a sharp decrease from the 28.5 points he manufactured on a nightly basis in Dallas. The thought process was that Doncic would be less of a gunner while buying more into a playmaking Luka Magic Johnson, role-whipping outlandish passes to others, but that hasn't come to fruition quite yet. It's one thing to be ball-dominant to set the table. It's another thing entirely to excessively pound the leather, and Doncic may be walking that hardened line between ball hog and ball dominant. When you are going 5 out and everyone is standing there watching you operate and LeBron James is a teammate. That ain't good, added Broussard. Look at LeBron. He's treating LeBron like Chris Bosh and Kevin Love felt. Broussard also correlated Doncic's extreme ball dominance to the defensive collapse. On Saturday, the Lakers surrendered 146 points in a 31-point loss to the Chicago Bulls. On Monday, the Orlando Magic, the NBA's lowest-scoring team, mashed them by 12 in a 118-106 final. Doncic scored 32 in both matchups. This is related to the defense. Because when you are just watching one guy operate and you're standing there watching him do all this and take sometimes, but even he's making some of them. But they're bad shots that take away from your morale. Especially when that guy can't defend. Broussard's comments may be an overreaction, but Doncic has led the league in usage rate 3 times in the past 5 years. He's tried fitting in, but at some point, you have to acknowledge that a tiger can't completely change his stripes. When it comes to Luka Laker, they've got to take the good with the bad.